Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today we've got a super exciting one, or I think so anyway. We've got all three of the Pat McGrath Labs Celestial Divinity Quads. All three of the new ones that came out this year. So if you want to see everything about these quads, the packaging, the shades inside, see them all in action and a roundup of my thoughts, then please keep on watching. Hey guys, so thought we'd start this video by just showing you the palettes, the packaging, etc. And then we're going to cut away to some footage of me using each of the palettes, which I'm going to set to music for you and just kind of speed up, but you can see them then in action. And then at the end of the video I'll wrap up my thoughts on the palettes and also a bit of comparison to their quads from last year as well, because I do have all three of those. So first of all, the packaging then. So there's three quads, as I say, and you know which one you're getting when you pick them up by the packaging. So we've got pink box, purple and blue. So if we start with the pink one then, that's called the Risque Rose, and that's the unique carton box. Super pretty, and all the ingredients are on the back, and this one's got a shelf life of 24 months and is made in Italy. And it's the one that I'm currently wearing on my eyes, but it's the last one that I filmed. That's the shades inside that one, so I'm going to bring it super close so that you can see. Hopefully my lights are not reflecting too much off the packaging there. So you've got a really interesting formula there in the shade Lavendering, and that's what attracted me to this one. Then you've got Rose Rebellion, you've got Mink Noir, and you've got Life on Mars, and all of the shade names are on the back. You can see that there in the little circles there, so all of them are like that. If you're familiar with Pat's packaging from before, there's normally like a card inside with the shade names, but these have got them on the back, which I appreciate actually. And on the back as well, it says use without caution, shade thrown in eye ecstasy may result with prolonged use, which I thought was just adorable. And the packaging is super luxe. It's the same kind of weight and feel as the Mothership palettes. I do have one of those. I mean, obviously not quite as heavy because it's not as many shades, but it's super quality. And I went for these above the Mega palette because I wanted to experience the quality, and I'm not disappointed in any of these, just to let you know. But the next one up is called Fleur Fantasia. That's the box for that one. That one though is made in the USA and has a 12-month shelf life. I never take any notice of shelf life. I use them until they don't either smell right or perform right anymore, and most powder shadows last way longer than the shelf life, but just thought I pointed out that it is different to the Risque Rose. And this one's a lot more pastel and light, but this shade here, so Lavender Blue, makes a beautiful highlight. You'll see that in the demonstration. And I also use Lotus Paradise, which is this one, as my blush. So when I saw this one, I thought it could end up being multi-use, and it really is. So, you know, whilst I don't really enjoy pastel palettes that much, I think this one has got options, you know, to use it in other ways, which I really do appreciate. I didn't give you the other two shade names, so let's just do that. So we've got Utopia, which is that one there, which looks quite dull in the pan but is really special on the eyes. You'll see that in the tutorial. And then we've got Iridescent Orchid as well, which is one of those topper shades but really pretty. So that's Fleur Fantasia. And then last but not least, we've got Interstellar Icon, and that's the packaging for that one. So the same principle but in blue. Again, this one is made in the USA and a 12-month shelf life. And that's the shades in that one, and it's definitely my favourite of the three. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love deep, dark, smoky looks, and that one gives you this. So the shades in this one, you've got Golden Polaris, Hypnotique, you've got Blue Blood, and you've got Divine Dahlia. and Blue Blood I believe has been in one of their other palettes, but I'm not that familiar with Pat McGrath, as I say, because I'm fairly new to buying the brand, but they're the shades in that one. And I'm not going to spoil it too much for that one, but this one was just something else, so stunning. So I'm just going to cut directly to the footage now of me trying out these palettes so you can see them in action, and then I'll get back with you at the end to wrap up some thoughts on each of the palettes, who they might be for, where I bought them, etc. So let's just jump straight into the tutorials.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Heard you want to leave this place. river's gonna cry when you're gone. Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
Dressing clouds and suns. Maybe, just maybe, I wanna explore the unknown. Tell me, maybe, I say come, whatever comes. Maybe, just maybe, deep sleep.
guys, hope you enjoyed seeing the tutorials and seeing the looks come together. You'll have to let me know which is your favourite, but absolutely for me it's the Interstellar Icon. Just think that one is just something else. It's something incredible. So I'm going to start with that one and tell you why I love it so much. So that blue blood colour there, that's what makes it special. That and the blue Hypnotic, those two are just incredible. That just gives such a depth and dimension, and although it is a satin shade, I love satins because they're a bit more emollient, they don't have so much fallout as a matte, and I just find them easier to like use. I guess you get a lot less fallout. Now satins get a really bad rap, I think, but if you're my age or older, I think they're your best friend because they're not as much texture as a shimmer shade. You can use them in your crease, and with a formula like this that is buttery smooth, they'll blend out like a matte. So you saw that in action. It was just incredible. But the star of the show, I think, for most people will be Hypnotic, and that's just got, it's a duochrome shade to it, purple to blue. I don't think I'm going to be able to show it on camera how beautiful it is, but it just got so much dimension. I was able to use that over my whole lid without really needing another shadow to, you know, to bring out the sparkle or give me that dimension. It looked like I was wearing two shadows. You don't come across shadows as special as that very often. I've got a big collection. I don't have anything like it. But the other shimmer in it as well that I thought was special was this one. It's got a bit of a green to kind of, I don't know, aubergine kind of base to it, and then some gold sparkle in it. Just stunning. I mean, all four shades are absolutely gorgeous. So that would be my favourite if you were only going to buy one, if you like those kind of shades, of course. And then we'll go back in reverse order to where we started. So next up, the Fleur Fantasia. As I said in the intro, I think this one is the most multi-use, but it is the most pastel. So if you're looking for a light wash of colour on your eyes, then this one's got you covered. You can absolutely, if you're my colouring, probably up to about a light medium, get away with these two shades, that as highlight, that as blush. And that is exactly what I did, and I think it worked really, really well. That shade there, what's that one called? Utopia. That one works really well as a brow bone highlight. This one for me is the star of the show though, which is Lavender Blue. It's got a lavender to blue duochrome, but it is a satin. So again, you don't find satin duochromes very often, and it just blended so beautifully, but just caught the light in just such a stunning way. I wore that one yesterday because these have taken me a week to film overall, and I wore that one yesterday. Had some Skype calls with work, and I just thought this is work appropriate because it's not too in your face, but it's still got that dimension and interest and sparkle about it. It's just stunning. I mean, that shade's gorgeous as well. That's got a duochrome kind of peach to pink in there. Just stunning. So as I say, I wasn't sure I wanted or needed this one, but now I've got it in my hands. I think I'm going to use it a lot, particularly for a face palette, which is not its intention, but I don't care. I use my makeup for whatever I want to use it for, really. And then the one I've got on my eyes right now, if we go back to that one again, which is the Risque Rose. The special shade in that one for sure is Lavendering, which is the one that I've got over my eyes here. But it kind of took a different dimension when I put Life on Mars in the kind of centre bit before I got onto the deeper matte. So that is a pretty special shade, and you can use that as a brow bone highlight. Tried to use that as my highlight. I think it's good as a blush topper, but it wasn't quite light enough as a highlight, which is why I went in with the highlight that's in the Hourglass Mini Sculpture Edit Unlocked palette, just to top it off, to make it pale enough and kind of highlighty enough for me. But it did work as a blush topper and looked really, really pretty. Mink Noir, the brown, that's an interesting shade of brown because it kind of does lean pink, but I think if you wore that one and just say had that one in on your lid, you've got quite a neutral kind of leaning look. But then if you mix it with the pinks, it definitely pulls more kind of aubergine pink. So There's a lot you can do with these. I've just used them in a very basic way, I think, but just wanted to show you the colours more than create anything too out of the box with them. But of course I've got all three and I could mix them, and I think I will do a video doing that so that you can see them all kind of together, because I think people may have bought all three of these quads. They were available at a bundle price. So talking about the cost of them then, so I bought mine from the Pat McGrath website. I'm in the UK and it wasn't an option that I'd considered, quite honestly. And I have to thank Charlotte Holdcroft for this. I follow her. She's a UK YouTuber who covers a lot of high-end and luxury makeup. I'll leave her channel link down below. But she advertised her code for these when they first launched to get 10% off, and said about getting them from the Pat McGrath website, which is what I did, because they come to Selfridges, but not everything comes to Selfridges, and it takes ages to get there. That's the only other place that I know of for UK consumers to buy Pat McGrath. I don't know where you can buy it in the US. I presume Sephora, etc. will stock them. But the Pat McGrath website was a really good option because there's no customs charges added on. I think the cost that they're showing you is including that. So whatever you see on the price on the site is what you pay. And the shipping is free, but I paid £7 shipping. Didn't have any issues with that because coming into the UK, quite often I pay $25 shipping. So £7, I thought that sounded like a bargain for the 3 quads. But apparently it should be complimentary for the UK, and I presume in the US as well. So out of the blue, I got an email saying that they were sorry they charged me this £7 and they refunded it to me without me having to ask. I wasn't even going to ask. I didn't realise that complimentary shipping was meant to have happened. So that is amazing service, and I just thought I would shout that out. But they come really quickly. I know other people have said they've had issues with the Pat McGrath website, but I've made 2 orders now. I ordered these. I was so impressed with them that I've ordered the quads from last year as well. But I ordered these as a bundle and came to £110 for all of them. Now, if you buy them on the Selfridges website, I think they're in the regions of £45 each. I'll leave the price up on the screen that I've seen them on Selfridges, or I'll leave it down in my description box. Probably easier to just give you all the information there. But there are some Black Friday deals as well, and at the moment Pat McGrath has a 30% off going on across the site, and you can buy these in bundles with other things that came out in the Celestial Divinity range. So even with the mega palette, or with the lipsticks, or with the highlighter. So there's lots of options if you wanted to get these palettes, or you can just buy one on its own. But they do work out better if you buy them in a bundle, which is why I decided to do that, because I couldn't make up my mind which I wanted. As I say, I was so impressed with them, and so I decided to buy the other quads from last year, and I'm going to make a video on those as well and do very similar to what I've done here, even though they're old, because I think people might be interested. But what I'm going to say is the packaging from these for last year was a lot more luxe. And these were a bit more expensive, granted. I know they were £60 on Selfridges. And they were sold out on Selfridges apart from the more neutral one. And this was the one I wanted more. So when I saw I could get this as a trio of quads, I decided to do so. But you're probably aware, if you know Pat McGrath, you have this kind of winding the cotton around. And then they open like that. And then you normally have the shade names kind of on a piece of cardboard inside the packaging, which, as I say, you have them on the back for this year's. But it's exactly the same size of quad, but on the back of the ones from last year you do have the gold finish, whereas on this year's ones you've got the black. So just a little bit of kind of, I don't know whether you call it cost cutting, but it's not quite as luxe. What you don't have in this year's, in the Celestial Divinity, is the special shades, and that's why these are more expensive. You just can't really show off how special these are on camera. I don't know how to do it to show you, but maybe if I tilt them a little bit and try to show you. But they've got just this dimension to them, and these quads from last year are all her 4 special shades. All 4 of them are the special shades. So there's no mattes in these, or definitely not in this one anyway. But as I say, I'll do the full rundown on those in another video. But I don't mind playing with shimmer shades in my crease, and I think I'll be able to do a look with each of them without bringing any other mattes in, because the formula for Pat McGrath is so buttery smooth. You're getting what you're paying for. I mean, I often review Drugstore, Makeup Revolution, etc. Are a world apart from that, you know, and they're one of the brands I think that are worth the money. Definitely from the things that I've tried. As I say, I've got the Subversive 3 Mothership palette. It's one of my favourites to use off camera. If I was going anywhere special, that would be what I would choose to wear. It's part of the experience for me to have that luxury packaging. So whilst I can work with a drugstore formula and make a beautiful look from it, these were just such a joy to work with and so effortless to work with. And sometimes maybe it's worth saving up, that's all I'm saying, to get that special item. And that's kind of what I'm more going to be doing in the coming year. I'm going on maybe a low buy rather than a complete no buy. I've not completely decided, but I'm thinking of fewer but nicer things for me, because the experience I had with these, just love them so much. So hope you enjoyed the video. I hope if you were looking at any of the three, it helps you to make up your mind which you might want, because they're an investment. I mean, for 4 shadows to pay, you know, around about £45, £11–12 a shadow, you know, it's a lot of money to spend. I absolutely understand that. So, you know, take your time, decide whether it's something that you want or whether it's something that you will use. But I can see me going back to these again and again, because quads are just so easy to pick up. You can make a look with each one without having to think too much. And I think there's more than one look you can get out of each one of them. And of course, if you buy more of them, you can mix and match them in, and the possibilities become more endless then. But yeah, really, really recommend them if you've got the money to spend. If you don't have the money to spend on anything to do with makeup, obviously don't buy it, you know. But if you were looking at them anyway, it's a good time to buy right now with the Black Friday sales, and definitely in a bundle you'll save more as well if you like all three. So that's my thoughts on the Pat McGrath Lab Celestial Divinity Luxe Quads. You'll have to let me know down in the comments, guys. What did you think to the video? Do you like the format that I've done this in, where I've kind of got the tutorial part set to music and kind of my thoughts at the end? I'm always interested to know what you think. I know people have said they don't want the music over my talking. I am taking on board your feedback. I want to make the videos you want to see. I also love finding my music for my videos, and it's kind of what sets my channel apart, I think, for me. It's part of the joy of it. I'm Vinyl Beauty after all. So yeah, you'll have to let me know about that, guys. I'd love to know. But if you're new to my channel and you found me through this video, then I'd love it if you consider subscribing to me. I feature on my channel everything from drugstore right through to luxury and high-end, and a lot of indie. I really do. Indie has my heart, I would say. And I'm 52. My makeup style is perhaps different to the majority of people in my age group, I would say, that I see on YouTube. So I think I've got something a little bit unique. So if you like colourful makeup, you're perhaps a bit older, but I really don't care, you know, if you're 20, if you're 80, come and join me, because it's fun on this channel and I'm having a blast doing it. That all being said, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.